My father had a good job as an industrial photographer, and although we always had plenty of food, money was very tight. My youngest brother Peter was born when I was 9. We had to divide 6 people into a small 2 bedroom garden apartment. Life in the small apartment was hectic and noisy, and I sought refuge in my books. I read endlessly when not playing basketball or baseball, my other childhood passions. I knew that education was my path out of the small town, comfortable as it was, and I was always first or second in my class. By the time I received a full scholarship to Columbia University, I was a serious and studious young man. Academic success continued to come easily. I majored in chemistry and was graduated with honors. I decided to become a psychiatrist because the field combined my interest in science and my fascination with the workings of the human mind. In addition, a career in medicine would allow me to express my concern and compassion for other people. In the meantime, I had met Carol during a summer vacation at a Catskill Mountain hotel where I was working as a busboy and she was a guest. We both experienced an immediate attraction to each other and a strong sense of familiarity and comfort. We corresponded, dated, fell in love, and were engaged by my junior year at Columbia. She was both bright and beautiful. Everything seems to be falling into place. Few young men worry about life and death and life after death, especially when things are flowing smoothly, and I was no exception. I was becoming a scientist and learning to think in a logical, dispassionate, prove it kind of way. Medical school and residency at Yale University further crystallized this scientific method. My research thesis was on brain chemistry and the role of neurotransmitters, which are chemical messengers in the brain tissue. I joined the new breed of biological psychiatrists, those merging the traditional psychiatric theories and techniques with new science of brain chemistry. I wrote many scientific papers, lectured at local and national conferences, and became quite a hotshot in my field. I was a bit obsessive, intense, and inflexible, but these were useful traits in a physician. I felt totally prepared to treat any person who walked into my office for therapy. Then Catherine became Aronda, a young girl who had lived in 1863 BC, or was it the other way around? And here she was again happier than I had ever seen her. I was worried that Catherine might be afraid to continue. However, she eagerly prepared for the hypnosis and went under quickly. I am throwing wreaths of flower on the water. This is a ceremony. My hair is blonde and braided. I'm wearing a brown dress with gold and sandals. Somebody has died, somebody in the royal house, the mother. I am a servant with the royal house, and I help with the food. We put the bodies in the brine for 30 days. They dry out and the parts are taken out. I can smell it, smell the bodies. She had spontaneously gone back to Aranda's lifetime, but to a different part of it. To when her duty was to prepare bodies after their death. In a separate building, Catherine continued. I can see the bodies. We are wrapping bodies. The souls passes on. You take your belongings with you to be prepared for the next and greater life. She was expressing what seemed like an Egyptian concept of death and afterlife, different from any of her beliefs. In that religion, you could take it with you.